lad, come on now. Time you were getting off home, eh? Isn't it?
What have I
Come on,
done,
lad.
What have I done?
Now, look, we can't have glass all over the place now, can we, eh?
Nothing, I'm not hurting anyone.
No,
I'm minding my own
look, we
business.
don't
I'm
want
not
an
hurting
accident.
anyone, am I?
Don't we, eh?
No.
Now, come on now, lad, come on now. Look, we don't want cars getting punctures around here, do we, eh? Look at that glass.
Nothing.
Oh,
Now, look, listen, now, is that your glass bottle?
All right.
All right. Well, look, be a good lad. You behave yourself, eh?
Good. Then you want to get on up and lick the inspector's boots, you do, mate. Stop interfering with people. No, not you, mate. Here, the coppers are all alike, aren't they?
I'm not
They're all alike,
interfering
they coppers.
with anyone.
Interfering all the time, then.
What did you say I was?
No, not you, mate. No,
You want to break his thighs right out your throat,
No,
do you?
mate, no,
How do you like this in your ugly mush?
Help! Officer police! Officer, help, police!
I'll tell you what the police are. The British police force is a force. The police force is a farce. We have all been brainwashed into believing things are what they're not. And they're not. I mean, what happens? It's television, isn't it? I'll tell you what happens. Somebody on television commits a heinous crime. They steal a diamond about that big. And what happens? Inspector Lockhart rings up Interpol. Interpol get in touch with one of the four just men, and they apprehend the criminal in a penthouse in Rome in 25 minutes. My bicycle pump was stolen 3 weeks ago. I haven't seen it or heard of it since. And I'm not the only one. The vicar leaves his bicycle outside the Buttered Crumpet every evening. And 3 times he's had his bicycle pump stolen. The police told him to take his bicycle pump in with him. He did, and they stole his bicycle. I mean, it's time the police apprehended some of these hooligans. There are too many hooligans running loose. It's time the police did something about it.
Well, they've got no sense of humour, have they? I mean, they absolutely ruined our rag week. And a super J on too. Oh, God, you know what we did? We went into the local park and we tore off all the flowers, chopped down all the trees, chopped up all the park benches and threw them all over the place. It was super. And the police didn't like it a bit.
Why did you do it in the first place?
To call attention to the charity that we were supporting.
And what was that?
Preservation of British parks.
Well, one has to keep in with them, doesn't one? As a matter of fact, we've invited the commissioner along to the party tomorrow night at the Ladies' Institute. Might be a little dull, though. I understand he is also the chairman of the Anti-Drink League.
Not the Anti-Drink League. He's the chairman of the Anti-Vice League.
Oh. Well, I knew there was something we shouldn't off again. Anyway, none of us get down to parking, will we, eh? That's one consolation.
Well, the policeman had no right talking to Ted like that and showing him up in front of all these people. No, I'll admit he was doing over 30 miles an hour down a one-way street on a steamroller. And I will admit that he had no lights and he had a few. But the policeman had no right showing him up in front of all these people.
Well, at least he didn't arrest him.
Well, he couldn't arrest him now, could he? I mean, he's only 8.
Good evening. I'm speaking to you from the interrogation room of a police station. And I have with me here Chief Inspector Fred Scuttle.
Good evening, sir.
Inspector?
Good evening, viewers. Remember, crime does not pay.
Really?
Well, it doesn't for me, I'll tell you that.
Well, Inspector, in spite of what you've just said, how do you account for the rapid increase in crime?
Women, sir. The women is responsible, sir. They egg the fellas on, you see. I mean, look at this girl here, sir. Naughty Nora. Norwood. I mean, look at her, sir. You see, that girl eggs the fellas on, you see. I mean, she leads men into a life of crime, sir.
She's very attractive.
I know, sir, but a girl like that could ruin a man. She was lucky. And look at the lady shoplifters, sir. The statistics is going up all the time, sir. Mind you, luckily, sir, we do have a very high percentage of conviction.
What are the figures like?
Very nice, sir. Yeah, I see what you mean, sir. Yes, well, the percentage is very high, sir, yes. But it's very difficult for the lads on the beach, you know, sir.
Indeed.
Well, they have to catch them with the goods on them, you see, sir. Very difficult, sir. I mean, one of our lads last week, he was outside this greengrocer's shop, sir. He saw this skinny streaker, he saw this girl going in, skinny she was, sir. And 2 minutes afterwards, out comes this well-rounded lady. And 2 minutes afterwards, the manager comes out and says 2 melons is missing. Well, I mean to picture the constable's predicament, sir.
Yes, I can. What did he do?
Well, he ran after her, sir, tapped her on the shoulder. She turned round, and there he was, sir, face to face with one of the most difficult problems a constable could face, you see, sir. I mean, he knew she had the goods on her. He couldn't put his hands on her. You see, he could have had her for theft, but she'd have had him for assault. And then he found out.
Well, found out what?
She was foreign.
I see. She was a tourist.
No, an au pair girl, sir. Now then, you see, sir, she didn't speak a word of English, and he had to explain what he was after in mime. And he lacks the subtlety of Marcel Marceau. See?
Yes, I see. Was an arrest finally made?
Yes, sir, finally an arrest was made, sir. But we got him off. He pleaded insanity. He said he was mad about melons. But you do understand, it's all very... Well, it's not all joy riding around in Z-cars, you know, sir. I mean, there's all right, the public jeering at us, sir, I know. But, sir, as soon as they're in trouble, it's 999 like a shot, isn't it, sir?
Yes.
I mean, only last night a fella phoned up. He said he had been attacked in his own garden, bashed on the head, sir. We sent a constable round and he got bashed on the head as well, sir.
But did he catch the assailant?
No, sir, he trod on the same rake. I mean, it's not just there's escort duties, sir. That can be very difficult, you know, sir. I mean, a young constable, plainclothes man, has to escort a criminal, we'll say, from London all the way to Dartmoor by rail. That can be a very hazardous, very embarrassing journey, sir.
Yes, but surely the prisoner's handcuffed to the plainclothes man.
Exactly, sir. And it's a long way to Dartmoor. Well, you never know. I mean, so the prisoner might want to go and have a cup of tea, sir? Or anything. I mean, the mind boggles, doesn't it? Yes. Mine does, anyway.
Right, Inspector, but of course, you're far more concerned with actually catching criminals.
Oh, we'll catch them, sir. It's not... Look, sir. Only yesterday morning, Scotland Yard sent us photographs of 13 vicious criminals, sir. We already have 12 of these men under lock and key, and we ought to have the 13th under lock and key by nightfall tonight, sir.
But, Inspector, these are all different photographs of the same man.
Are they, sir? Yeah. So they are. Yeah, well, he'll be amongst them, won't he? He'll be down there in the cells with them, won't he, that fella?
Yes, but, Inspector, by nightfall, you're going to have 13 men locked up, and only one of them's going to be the suspect.
Ah, but we'll have our man. He'll be there, won't he, sir?
Yes, but what are you going to tell the other 12?
We'll have to kid them on there a jury, won't we, sir? Not bad on you, sir. No, I thought you might have one.
This, then, is Britain's police force, considered by many to be the finest in the world. Perhaps it would be well to cease name-calling and jeering and give them, our police force, the respect they so richly deserve.
Old black stockings! Aye, you're a couple of sexy bits, aren't you? Oh, I wouldn't mind being in the arms of the law tonight. Oh, what about you on the right then? God, sexy. I love your black stockings. What are you doing tonight then, love? Oh, sexy, aren't you? There's a couple of you. Oh, stockings and the skirts. Blimey. God, look at them.
Come on, what are you doing?
Get off.